Atlanta police are searching for clues after a stray bullet killed a teenager.
The victim's family says she was 8 months pregnant when it happened. Police say the 14-year-old was babysitting her sister's children when a bullet punctured the ceiling, striking her in the head. The teen has now been identified as Sonia Harrison, an 8th grader who was expected to give birth next month. Investigators believe the gunshot came from an upstairs apartment.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is looking into a shooting involving an officer and a teenager. It happened while the teen was being transported by the Department of Juvenile Justice. A witness says that she heard a crash, then saw the teen trying to choke an officer. Law enforcement on the scene opened fire. Tonight, the extent of the teen and the officer's injuries are unclear. A Georgia woman says she lost nearly $9,000 after visiting Wells Fargo, and now she fears for her safety. Jim Strickland spoke to the victim, who says she is blaming the bank.
And it was right here.
It's been 10 days since Rosalind Beatty put the cash
$8,754
into a drive-up tube to deposit with a teller with Wells Fargo on Flat Shoals Parkway.
These are her words. This deposit is too large, you need to go on the inside. She never said, hold on, I'm sending the tube back.
The incident report says the teller alerted Beatty she was sending her money back through the tube.
I tapped on the window. I said, hey, where's my money?
A car had been in line behind Beatty at the drive-thru.
And then the teller said, oh, I wonder why that car behind you didn't do a transaction. They just pulled off. Yes, because you gave them my money.
The police report also indicates security video was recorded off-site. The bank won't talk about the video. The money's not the only worry.
But now I'm an open book because my identity is out there. My driver's license, my bank card, my bank information. It was all inside of that tube.
Beatty fears a thief now knows where she lives. She's been staying with her fiancé.
I don't like throwing people under the bus, but there was a mistake made, and it was the bank that made the mistake.
A Wells Fargo spokesman emailed, "We are aware of the issue at the Chapel Square branch and are working to resolve it." He refused to comment further due to an ongoing criminal investigation.
That's my house note, my car insurance. What are you all going to do?
According to the statement from Wells Fargo, they have contacted her and plan to reimburse her soon.
We have a follow-up for you now. The American Petroleum Institute predicts South Carolina could see $1 billion benefit from offshore drilling. Yesterday, we told you why opponents of the industry said not to be fooled by those numbers. Tonight, we're hearing from the petroleum industry. They say money will be made through property and income taxes from people working offshore. Those against drilling say the state's tourism industry is worth more than the money offshore drilling can bring, but supporters say the two industries can coexist.
The opposition relies on the presumption that offshore and tourism are incompatible, and we just don't see that as being the case. In fact, we have active, areas along the coast where manufacturing and other businesses are thriving, and we don't see that as well as having an impact on tourism.
More than 1 million people submitted feedback during the public comment period. All of the state's coastal mayors have expressed opposition to offshore drilling. Well, you might want to think twice before adding a salad to tomorrow's Thanksgiving meal. That's because the Center for Disease Control has issued a warning about an E. coli outbreak linked to romaine lettuce.
In tonight's health report, our Washington correspondent Morgan Wright is finding out what the warning means for food safety in America.
This would be a good Thanksgiving to explore that kale salad.
J.D. Hansen with the Center for Food Safety says stay away from the Caesar salad because the U.S. Centers for Disease Control is warning that romaine lettuce is unsafe to eat due to an outbreak of E. coli bacteria contamination.
This is the second big outbreak of E. coli in romaine lettuce.
The CDC says 13 people have been hospitalized and 32 people in 11 states have been infected, but Hansen expects that number to grow.
There's generally 30 times as many cases as what they've had reported. So, what we're talking about is there are like 900 cases already in reality.
The Center for Food Safety says E. coli is naturally found in animal droppings, and the bacteria can find its way into the root system of lettuce. An infection by E. coli can cause kidney failure and even death.
They don't know where it's coming from yet, so all romaine lettuce has to be suspect.
Hansen says it could take months to pinpoint where this all started. He says that points out a fundamental problem with America's food supply.
We've been telling people to eat more lettuce, and they've been doing it.
And now lettuce is big business.
We're raising the lettuce as an industrial crop, and how we're fertilizing it, how we're spraying it.
Hansen says we should focus more on farm to table and buy local produce whenever possible. In Washington, Morgan Wright.
The CDC has also urged retailers to not serve or sell any romaine lettuce until they learn more about this outbreak.
In a crime and safety report, Savannah's police department is sharing advice to reduce your risk of becoming a crime victim this holiday season. Public safety officers are urging residents to pay close attention to their surroundings while shopping. Police say that holiday crooks can strike when you least expect it, and that pickpocketing becomes more common during the shopping season. Corporal Lockett has a warning for residents.
There are a lot of professionals, unfortunately, that can do it very easily without you even feeling it. So just be cautious of people who are around you, people who may look like they're watching you, people who are following you.
Lockett asks that you contact police immediately if you're the victim of any crime over the holidays.
Fear of missing out on tomorrow's Thanksgiving meal has some people taking a closer look at what they can do to stay healthy this holiday season.
These are common sense when it comes to trying to stay healthy this time of year. So wash your hands as often as you can, hydrate as often as you can, cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough. It's also a good idea to pack a first aid kit with some vitamin C.
Here are some other precautions you can take. When traveling, handle your own belongings and always carry hand sanitizer or antibacterial wipes. Bring your own pillows and blankets along on trips. And if you cough or sneeze, do it into your sleeve and avoid touching your face.
Well, if you are worried about foodborne illnesses, we're on your side with some culinary advice.
Whether you're a gourmet chef or a novice, cooking your turkey properly is the key to a healthy holiday, as Kim Hutcherson explains.
When cooking your turkey, you need to be aware of 4 safety issues: thawing, preparing, stuffing, and cooking to adequate temperature. Never leave a turkey out on the counter to thaw overnight. Bacteria can grow rapidly in raw turkey when its temperature is between 40 and 140 degrees. The CDC recommends it be thawed in the microwave, the refrigerator, or in a sink of cold water that's changed every 30 minutes. While preparing the turkey, make sure to wash hands and surfaces often and keep raw turkey separate from other items so illness-causing bacteria doesn't spread. If you're stuffing your bird, do so just before cooking, and make sure you cook a stuffed turkey at a temperature higher than 325 degrees. While it's cooking, it's critical that you use a food thermometer. This will help you ensure the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees, high enough to kill any bacteria. And when you're checking the temperature, make sure you're checking in the correct spot.
You're probably going to check right in between the leg and the cavity of the body, and then also in the thickest part of the breast.
Follow these tips for a happy and healthy Turkey Day. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Tomorrow in Statesboro, one organization plans to stuff a whole lot of turkeys to feed the less fortunate members of the community. Statesboro's Feed the Borough has been giving families in need a delicious Thanksgiving meal for more than 20 years, and tomorrow will be no different. Volunteers will be serving residents meals in Statesboro High's cafeteria. It's happening from 10 in the morning until noon. And with plenty of delicious Thanksgiving food and drinks available this week, it can be a little easy to go overboard. We are on your side with a safe way to get you home if you overindulge. AAA is offering Tow to Go. That is a free ride for you and a free tow for your car within 10 miles of where you are. Just give them a call at 855-2-TOW-TO-GO. The service is available right now and runs until Sunday morning at 6. The best part is you do not have to be a AAA member to use this service.
Well, still ahead at 5:30, we have great news for you brunch lovers.
We will tell you why Sunday morning mimosas are finally becoming a reality here in Savannah.
Sad eyes staring up at you from the Thanksgiving table, waiting for those scraps. We'll tell you what's safe and what's not coming up on News 3 at 6.
News 3 at 5:30 with Tina Tyashaw, Ben Singer, and Chief Meteorologist Chris Allred. WSAV News 3 on your side.
The city of Savannah passed a new ordinance this week allowing earlier alcohol sales on Sunday. Now local businesses are reacting.
News 3's Shana Ferreira is taking a closer look at how the newly adopted brunch bill could impact our community.
Savannah City Council addressing an important matter ahead of the Thanksgiving weekend. Mayor Eddie Deloach, along with council members, approved an alcohol ordinance after Savannah voters said yes to restaurants serving alcohol earlier on Sundays.
It passed, the legislature adopted it, and then we passed it here in the city. So basically what I'm going to do is signing it today so that the Restaurant Association and a lot of the hotels and all usually serve brunch dinners and there was an issue about a 12:30 or 1 or 11 o'clock time. They were able to get that passed, and so we're signing off on 11 o'clock.
During the November 6th election, voters said yes to the earlier alcohol sales, and City Council unanimously approved the ordinance Tuesday afternoon.
People are already, I mean, they're here, the guests are here, and we just offer them that as a convenience, and I think it'll go a long way.
Going a long way for local businesses in the city as well.
Super excited for the future of Savannah. Honestly, a lot of the tourists have really big issues with not being able to be served alcohol on Sundays, and so now this is going to be a way for a lot of small businesses to make more money and to make a lot of more tourists happy in Savannah, Georgia.
From City Hall to local restaurants, businesses say this is a good move.
For us, it's just completing the service package. We have an excellent Sunday brunch that starts at 11 a.m. And until today, the guests had to wait until 12:30 to get the mimosas. It's going to bring even more people downtown and increase the revenue for all of the restaurants.
The alcohol ordinance went into effect on Tuesday. Savannah was among the several local municipalities that voted yes on that bill during the midterm election.
Now, WSAV Storm Team 3 weather enhanced by Fast Fit Titan radar.
Well, we had a nice travel day over the southeast today, and it looks like if you are traveling tomorrow, things should be just fine. Matter of fact, coastal Empire and low country weather, a little cooler than average. We're going to have plenty of sunshine for your Thanksgiving morning, then some clouds increasing for the afternoon. The high temperatures likely only reaching the low 60s, so it'll be a little bit cooler than average for tomorrow. Sun setting right now, 61 degrees. Skies, well, they're partly cloudy. Winds out of the north-northwest at about 6 miles per hour. Pressure is steady with high pressure in control. So for tonight, mostly clear skies, occasionally partly cloudy as we have the high clouds working in from the west. Chilly temperatures for sure. Most locations in the low 40s, but a few spots may get into the upper 30s. 39 Statesboro, 42 in Savannah, across the low country of South Carolina, 48 Hilton Head Island, but we're 44 tonight in Beaufort. So right now you can kind of see those high clouds working in from west to east this evening. Dominating feature, high pressure back to the west. That northerly wind is going to be keeping us chilly tonight. There is some rain over the Texas coast, but no rain impacts for us tonight and tomorrow. And if you're traveling tomorrow, this is the travel cast. Any showers should be confined to eastern portions of Florida. For us, again, increasing clouds in the afternoon, 62. We're seeing 50s, a little bit cooler weather up in Atlanta and Charlotte, and just downright cold Thanksgiving Day weather up to the north. 28 degrees and sunshine in New York, but only 19 in Syracuse and partly cloudy. So this is the weather map for our area. Cold front will drop down through the Carolinas. That'll be the separation zone from cool weather to the south to very cold weather to the north. Overall, a few isolated showers eastern Florida, also a spotty shower along the Gulf Coast. But again, we're shaping up nicely. If you're planning maybe the pickup game for football in the afternoon, then the turkey dinner, this is the weather. 51 at 9 o'clock, we're 61 at 2, and 54 degrees at 7 o'clock. These are the highs across the area tomorrow with the increasing cloudiness. 60 degrees Statesboro, low 60s Savannah, Richmond Hill at 63, and across the low country of South Carolina, generally low 60s out there. And as we go into Thursday night, very busy shopping day on Friday, we do look for the clouds to be hanging on. We'll say mostly cloudy skies. Also a possibility for a shower along the coast Friday. Then we're looking at a very good chance for rain Saturday, so keep that in mind if you're traveling. There will be wet weather across the southeast and then drying out, thankfully, on Sunday. Weather forecast for the overnight, we're down to 42 degrees, mostly clear skies, scattered high clouds at times. And then we have a nice Thanksgiving Day, again a little on the cooler side, lots of morning sunshine giving way to clouds for the afternoon. 7-day weather forecast time. There goes your Friday forecast. A lot of folks out shopping and wrapping about 61 degrees for the high. Warmer Saturday with a chance for showers, and then Sunday should be dry and a high about 70 degrees. Time saver traffic, still have that accident at 6000 Ageechee Road. Slow traffic going southbound on 17 as it approaches the 204. Expect delays there. Good news is 204 is running really well. And let's take a look at the interstates. I was talking about this the last half hour. Thankful that the interstates look good. A lot of folks traveling today, but 95 and 16 both look good.
All right. Thanks a lot, Lee.
You bet. We appreciate it. Still ahead tonight, a special treat for Harry Potter fans traveling abroad.
How one airport is becoming a tourist attraction in tonight's What's Trending report.
An airport in Singapore is becoming a destination all of its own this holiday season.
It's been transformed into a magical wonderland, and that story tops our look at what's trending tonight. Droves of Harry Potter fans are flocking to Shanghai Airport to be transported to the Wizarding World. Airport staff put up full-size replicas of locations featured in the books and movies, including Hogsmeade Village and the Hogwarts Express. The presentation will run from now until mid-February of 2019.
Final touches are being put in place for the 92nd annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. In addition to the balloons, the parade is expected to feature 26 floats and 12 marching bands. You can watch the parade right here on WSAV starting at 9 until noon tomorrow morning.
An early Thanksgiving meal for a group of bears in North Carolina caught on camera. The bears broke into a teen's car and managed to get their paws on a box of chocolate bars. The candy was being sold for a school fundraiser. Whoops. Not only did the bears eat all of the candy, they also damaged the car's interior. Insurance is covering those costs.